We're back. Doing our cleanup of our uh, checking to stream is going. I think it is. Check if the audio is here. Yep. Okay. I think we're good to go. So, there's a lot of extra code to cut out here. I think some of the stuff we put in as parameters that we decide the event data. One of the main things, type of event, and so that's going meta object now on. I a little bit simpler. There's a couple of things major. So basically, going to gut this thing simpler. We're really going to get rid of tests as traditionally written tests because there's so much convention given from our given when then up. You go over here and convention or tests. Really, what we're doing is testing field by field, really, in this event that the command handler returns an event that looks exactly like. So really, there's no need for custom code in your unit test. So we're going to be gutting a lot of that out. So I show you here. Notice that it's just checking the type. It's checking the command name. Sorry, the name in the command that matches what the event is. This actually is by convention, same thing over and over again. So yeah, we really need to find a way to comparison really property by property. Probably want to strip meta vent out before the test, so we good conventions to actually make this. That's kind of what I've been doing here. I've passed in more information through the meta property and to not have an excessive amount of parameters here. The last thing that we did here is wrap all of the HTTP handling in here into steps for state changes. First thing that first thing that can fail is we can, for some reason, not get the event. Definitely want that as an 100. We definitely want to have error that we catch here as something that is a business logic error, invariant, and don't handle more gracefully than just really pushing it at our own internal error handler for 400. And that the reason I did that is obviously flashed with white screen error watching this night. The other thing, I guess, just talking to Gary, one of the event sources out there, he's really irritated by the banner down below. I'm gonna change that banner to be static stuff that just flips every 10 seconds or something like that. I really never had an excuse to go fool around with this banner thing again, but it's actually irritating someone. So it gives me a good excuse to kind of coding. So anyway, I do have some spam in good again. So second to refresh this. So I don't Twitch always, with all the AI that we have, the fact that Twitch and all the other places don't have better filtering is just the spam shit is so friggin' obvious that yeah, Twitch, everyone else, the fact that you can still have this amount of spam, absolutely stupid. You're to the level of being you can pipe this any local LLM to get rid of it, but they don't. Anyway, back to the task at hand. So we clean that up. I do want to I updated cursor. Run stuff. So anyway, back to this. Yeah, this is how we handle errors. Now, I also want to wrap the same state views. We haven't done yet though. So yeah, we kind of want to have. Okay, I'm changing state. Here's the command handle pending. And really, I don't need the type because the command handler is really just the set conference name is. I notice that the commands generally duplicate what anyway. There may be extra information passed in read model, anything else. Obviously, there's going to be extra. Have that same information in the event that results. The resultant event does not get that info because that is already in the system. Events are just capture of what the current one. The minimal amount of info to change the state. I don't want to have extra. So let's continue down this road here. This is really some of the first things that we've done here, and really the type here. This is kind of what I want. The meta will have timestamp and a bunch of other things. I don't want it to interfere with the core of the event. The other thing that I want to do is actually move type into there. So here, and that's going to be a lot nicer because now I don't have to have the type info get in the way. Alrighty, so hopefully that makes sense. One of the things that we do when the things are running, we do event. Do we not have to really source these? Oh, I restarted. So I want scripts, events, fish, that's the event, and have the abbreviations. How to tab complete. This basically gives us an ability to do EVW, for example. Watch. We have events watch. EVW. W as watch. What events are getting added. Run. Application. So notice that the type is in there. I don't want that type there. I probably want to change function to really get the type out of the meta. But so I kind of don't want the meta stuff in there, but I do want the type out of the meta. could have some angling there. We could also just have the event type as part of the truncated name. Right now we're extracting 001 out of here. I go to scripts, events, that here, so watch. Getting the file number, but I want to do also that not type. Sure if that'll work, but now we have this and we type. That works. Yeah, it's properly. That's okay. Because we have our this convention copy. Okay, so what do we have as convention has set here. Pushing our event type sequence dash optional data summary separated by a dash. Not sure why our stuff here. I think it's because our fake event is got a fake event doesn't here we have proper dash here have event name between the two dashes sample data. So we have to have a better convention for I want the summary be in the event name file names. Files I know going on. I don't need to open up the file, crack open a tab. I want to see that right in here. So we're going to be changing all that. Which fake events unique ID did. So I think we one. So really we need to rename as this doesn't have any data. This is a marker event. It's one side there. Data ID requested is that dash for 2 dashes. So I think that's good. In here we actually I do want to. The other thing that we're doing is we're getting rid of the temps meta. Really don't have. Can add them any issue. Will not affect our app. So that's what we want. Summary's gone. Same thing here. We here also don't have an and not sure if we want to underscore there. I think numbers are be careful here. I don't want not on the parsing. Not actually sure if I want. That's assuming we're always going to use underscores to dash in there. So use the dash. That actually, what I really want. What I really want. I always want the event.json hash and here lie on the meta. Naming that. I don't know if this is something that I actually strip out the event. In other words, the fake events shouldn't really have this. Just something that is passed in. Strip out the summary from that. That looks, I think that looks better. Basically, anything after the second dash is considered data ignore events. And that should do it. So that's good. Same thing with register stuff. And hopefully it knows what. If cursors. I actually don't want to have the convention written in place. I can really, well, we can use this to test it, right? So have the ID generate that. I think we need dash. Right? The reason is it actually only exists, not necessary for application. It's only necessary to be passed in a meta actual event before it gets stored in the file. It's only there to provide information in the file, but once the file's been created, that's stored at the file name level and have it sitting together. Let's see. this. Some happy to. That's enough. That doesn't need. But wait a second. Yeah, that's give a lot more here. Here's a problem. Our conference dashes, but we don't care. We're only looking for dashes to delineate end of the file name, dash event on, and to have dash following the type. Rest is free form. This shouldn't actually. It's a good test. Dashes. Conference ID good. Names are okay. Not needed. Meta. Okay. Does need this conference. So okay, back up to the top here. This. That. So get this. See what it. This case, data. This case, basically tell us these we have. There. So that is correct. The reason I want this file names don't have to for information. The other convention on our other part of the file application to. Here we have problem. This. That's a good fit. Double check. Again, these are the problematic ones here. Timestamp. These will get. We change the scenario again. Up. In fact, I think we can do. I now. So. Oh, it's awesome. It's defaulting to Claude 3 models. if it's so SC close. Asking. See if it. This might take longer. Why is it not like the? I think it's. It would. I don't know how to do it. Change this. But it failed to add the. Not smart enough to. Maybe the composer would do it. Try. Copy this. Okay. But it's stopping. Oh, getting three. Kept all. But this bad. We tried. By conference after this. I'd like to have a script that makes. That's a lesson here that whenever you get output from better to go back. They create me a script that takes parameters to time, and when you want kind of codified what it was, so I was forced to make it instead of changing something. I'd rather have maybe that's something that hash file. File in you file. I don't know if that's all we. We can do Do them one at a That's something fake event. Hey David, where is your project going? Difficult. Actually, quite probably the simple to get miles, and then truth for. We just want to do a bunch of cleanup because quite a few kind of evolving our own framework that stick, taking this time to really apply some of the craft conventions. Simpler built is just want to just do add default for cat. Why is it not? So so okay. Fake. Uh, don't think it. Um, um, in all of these, we don't have summary except for the last one. So don't want to make. I think that's the only way have this fortunate. I don't know, fake event. But act. Yeah. The other thing that we need to hear what we need to do is guess we could have event type. To um, I need to adjust my theme here. I have comments in green, all this gray text. Comments, a lot of comments. Space. Oh, any sphere dark. Reference. I don't know where. That's really. I really do miss JetBrains stuff. JetBrains creates this cursor. I think Dream is merge the two. LJ than the guy. Color theme config mention settings. Yes, it might. File. Anyway, if anyone knows where to, maybe this Wow. Right. Every time I have an auto suggest AI, it's edit in JSON settings. There it is. Why is it only on this thing? Oh, thank. RGB. That's pretty. Oh yeah. Now I can tell what's going. Move the meta to the. We want. Now I can see. all of that. This is make the do that. Uh, get the. Actually, no, I like it. All right. Try the. Didn't do it. Single JQ command. So I did that to SV rooms. It's not changed. Stupid. Update fake events. What is the problem here? It has a sequence. It has the but yeah, we do have it. Room has that one. But it needs to extract these from our script. Add the summary. Summary. Test. Summary. Yeah. Ah, I guess. But the weird thing is that they write them out. You have the we can get rid. So you can just restore all. Paper stamp. Here as to um Sure. That's fun. I don't want to use the fake event here. Summary. I kind of don't like. I want. This gives us our naming. Make the of into the wondering, I should probably just not even date the abandon the summary out of the file name. New file. We don't need update about the whole thing works up to have the dates set added event dash. There's this weird state that we have where underscore event dash. Now in terms of the problem with don't want the script. Loop over keep this record of summary will be third field, second, third field, int. If we that. Everything. I think that's. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Very quiet here. Someone should have set speaker down to. I'm usually, yeah, I'm usually higher here. That might be too much. But okay, here we go. Down to 58. That should be good. Shouldn't crack my voice. More. Can't believe the amount of spam from Twitch. What a horrible, horrible lack of spam filtration on Twitch. Very bad. Not sure why people go there. I should be able to stream on TikTok soon. I think they need like a month before they allow you to stream. So that should be cool for next time. So okay, I want to kind of update the event here. So temp JSON. So we want to just kind of cat temp JSON, and we want to echo the file name. So we want to make a file name with that. File name is, no, it doesn't need that. All of that, you don't know what I want. File name will be the sequence number, type, and type, and summary and event. And we want to echo that, and then we want to just echo something like that so we can see all this. And I guess we can do that above as well. Yeah, so we have kind of a view of what these things are each time. And right now we want to, we don't want that. We want to move to that, right? And file name will be, I think we're in the current directory, so that should be fine. We should also remove the current file, remove file. But we just want to echo these things, that we're going to do those things. So later. And let's just see what happens. So this will have a file name of that, which is deleted, and it'll have that, and it'll have this room name. Yes, that looks good. Room name. Oh, that's got a null type. Okay, so that is a problem. So we have an issue with event types being null here. Probably easy to fix. Del type, timestamp, and meta type is dot type. No, so we want this to be the type, and I think in JQ we need to have a, what did we do last time? So event type, I don't want the summary. So arg, yes, that's right. Okay, good. So that's what we wanted, is the arg, because that's coming in. That's the only thing that's coming in outside of that. Although before deleting it, I could make, you know, since it's there at the top level, you know, all we really needed to do was type, and then just move this. Actually move this deletion of the type to be after. So that over to here. Because we've moved it into the meta object, and oops, said I need to move that outside of that. So that's good, and that's good. So now we should have something that's better. And let's take a look at the output now. So file name, room deleted, CS event. So yeah, the room name is this. The type is room deleted event. Good. And then it'll remove this deleted thing, and it'll move this to be with the correct delimiter here. Okay, so we're using that. So this seems like it'll do exactly what we need. Make our fake events kind of work properly. And see here, room added seems to be okay. Room added. Oh, there it is. Room renamed. Okay, so we have a problem with what we're doing here. Did not open file to. That's odd. It's probably because of the comma and some of these other things in this field name. So we have Notice it doesn't have the dot event JSON, so where's our rooms thing here? Register conference rooms. So there's this guy here. So we have room renamed. Oh, I see. I kind of okay, so I screwed up when I renamed it. So rename. There's an event. Main, there's a space. New name, old name, dash. That looks pretty good. It's still .json, isn't it? Yeah, .json, event.json. Okay. It has all this crap in here. Oh, we need to get rid of timestamps too. Oh, no, we do. We delete the timestamp and we delete the type. We put the meta, we make a meta thing with a type. That's good. But this is interesting that JQ will not be able to grab this file. Oh, because it's, okay, that's a simple thing. There's a space in there, so we always should have things like this. Now we should be able to have all of these done properly. Scroll up to that one that was giving us trouble for the renamed. Yeah, room renamed. So in the renamed stuff, we have sequence number 2. We have this event type. We have the summary where we're talking about what the contents are of this. And then, oh, it's still causing issues. No such file directory. And it seems to, oh yeah, main, it's still choking on that space, which is odd because let's see what it does if I just, where's my JQ here? The rest of the stuff seems to work, which is interesting. Edit. File name may contain spaces. Ours. Oh, right. Well, that's not right. I'm just going to grab all this, copy it, and say, oh, about to run. Kind of don't want that. That's kind of weird with that redirection there. I just see why it didn't. Is it still having those issues? Oh, it has a file halt. So it's still looking at this as two separate things. So maybe we just have to look at this as that won't work, right? Yeah, why did I put spaces in there? But I actually want it to be resilient. I do want to have spaces in the file names just in case. Yeah, and I don't need that. So yeah, this thinking model is not really that impressive, actually. File variable and Okay, we did that. Oh, I see. So this is the problem probably over here at the top level. See what that does. I think it's at the top there that the problem exists. Processing renamed. Aha. Yes, there's a space there. So that's the problem. So anyway, that's fine. Edit. Contain spaces. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. And in fact, we probably wouldn't need to go into the CD here if we did this find. But that's okay. I don't mind being in that directory. See if that fixes the problem. So processing file, room, read, okay. Did not open room. Processing file. It's still giving me this. Why is it splitting it? Ireland and tolerate. Tolerate. Spaces. File. Kind of don't want to sort. It's getting up and all right, whatever. Do your thing. Why? It's the second one here. Room added, room added, room deleted, room renamed, auditorium. Okay, okay, so that's good. Okay, and there's still a problem here. Still an issue. What? That doesn't make sense. I don't want to do that. That's no thing. I don't need to actually echo them. I want to do this the other way. So let's fix them one at a time. File, file, file. So let's take a look at the output and see the first place that it goes wrong. So we have this processing file, blah, 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 sequence number, this, summary is correct. This is the file name and all that. So that seems to be fine. This is sequence number 1. Type event, yes. This is what it should get named to, correct. Next, it's processing this. Seems to be correct. Seems to be correct. And again, this is the problem. So we have a processing this, which has the correct file name. It has the room number, has this, has the summary. Okay. It moved it to this, and I got rid of the timestamp, correct. And then we'll do this later. We'll remove the old one. And we'll move this to room renamed, blah, 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 auditorium. Aha. New, okay, that and that. To let someone in delivery. Let's see here. So now we have so we'll do that. We'll move it to this. However, the next one is processing temp. Oh, because we probably this is a problem here. We probably have a bunch of old crap in here now. Go to rooms. And I just refresh this. So do we have this bunch of crap in where? So these rooms. Yeah, we have that as a problem. So delete that. I'm not sure why that was probably one of our other runs. So if we just do a status on here, we'll notice that we have a whole bunch of crap here. So we can remove that should get rid of those. We have untracked files. These are all new files, which I don't think we want. Fake events, close, join registration, rooms. We deleted this file. Oh, that's interesting. Why do we have that deleted? We renamed it actually, didn't we? That dates rooms, room. Okay. Oh, that's us changing it. That's fine. That's what we did ourselves. Okay, so running this should just give us all of these things, and we have room renamed 2, 4. So it's kind of doing it in the wrong way. I do kind of want them to be done in a sequence, just so it's a little nicer. And maybe that was the sorting that was causing an issue. Type F, and then can we do a sort on here? Does find have a does okay, that's good enough. So I think we can try that again and just see if it does what we want. Oh yeah, unknown predicate sort. Of course it doesn't, it's lying. Seems like find and that would have tried to do itself well. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna get choked by that space again. But it's, yeah, I might as well just make the script a little better. So renaming seems to be okay, so everything seems to be sorted again. That's fine, and we are processing the added. We are processing the complete name of that. Old name, new name, the meta is there. All right, that's good enough. Okay, so we have that. We can now be a little bit more brave and actually remove those echoes because that's the wrong order. But why is this temp here still? Did it add another temp? Yeah. Move SV rooms. If I do it again, it has a temp. Why is this crazy? Oh, weird. Okay, so it's just doing the temp thing. I think I know what it is. Using, instead of a temporary file somewhere else, it's doing it here. So it's doing this as a temp, which is not what we want. So we need to create a temp file here. Good. And then we want this to be temp file. Perfect. And then I want a cat temp file, remove, and here we want move temp. That. Perfect. And then we want to remove the temp file. We want to get rid of this. Move this stuff. This. Remove the file in quotes because of the space. We want to move the temp file to the file name that we made here, which is the correct one, and that should do that. I'll just delete this guy again. fine. So now we can see if so this all of these ones are still old. They have a timestamp. Type is at the top. There's no meta tag. So we have a problem with all of these. But now I think this will be safe to run. And now of course they're all different, right? So we have perfect. We have the meta. We have the type in the meta. The file names are correct. So we have a sequence number, a dash, then the type of event. Then we have the metadata. Yeah, that's that looks good. Okay. So next one, set dates. Here we really want to just rename this to have the actual dates in there. And set dates. Okay, conference date set. And then here we want to have, that's interesting. It has the word event in there. I think we dropped them, right, from what we were doing. So if we did this, it's the type. And what do we do in our application? I think we get rid of it. Name app.js. That conference name, confirmation, and command name. Okay, conference named. Do we want the underscore event? We're looking for types. We know it's type. So this is yeah, we got to get rid of that. Other thing that we got to get rid of. Name. Yeah, so we don't need the word event and all of these things. We know that these are event types. This says event. Type is an event type. That's want to get rid of that redundant information in here. And of course, the same thing with our fake names, right? So look at that, generated conf ID. We already got rid of them here. Right, so we need to yeah, get rid of these. Get rid of these. And get rid of that. Clean up, that's quite easy. Of course, we'll go through our code to make sure this works together with everything. Weird how we use it in both ways, so there's some inconsistencies, which I'm happy to get rid of. Now that one doesn't have it. Getting rid of all of that. And that'll be nice. We can get rid of, yeah, we'll see how this gets cleaned up with everything that we're doing here. And we have the event here, which we get rid of. I think our naming thing will fix this. I don't have to rename these things. I just need to make sure that I don't have the word event in here. I guess my cleanup event could also get rid of the types in here, but it is going, yeah. So one of the problems with our script, like, I close enough of these. Let's see. I close enough of these. What am I looking for? Oh, my script, right. Make fake events. I don't want that anymore. On the script. Fake events. So here we're taking the event type from the actual fake events. So it has registered, yeah, the word event is in here, which we don't want. So I kind of want to do the sed. Not that. I believe that's what we want here. Oops. Yeah, we want to get rid of the word event in there. So that should get rid of some of those. Even though it's in the name of the... yeah, I'm hoping that our events are all without the word event underneath after it. That should be good. So now we have these. We could run it again. And let's make this item potent so that if we have processing this file, it gets the sequence number, it gets the event type, without the event, it gets the summary. Yeah, event is twice and this underscore thing here. So hoping that the base name here for the type is cut off properly. It's field 2, so it shouldn't go all the way to the end. Anyway, we should be able to fix that up. So I think this is item potent. I think we delete things that don't exist. We add... really? Oh, here we're grabbing that from the top level, but we won't have that. So this is not item potent. This moves at once, and then it's not there anymore. So I guess I could force it to have args. Arg event type. Event type and event type is there. Is that correct? I guess. I could inline it there, but be okay like this. Let's run it one more time, see if that actually does it, because now we should have no word event at the end of this room added event. So let's try that. Room added event, and it goes to room added, has the name CS, and it's dash event JSON. Yeah, looks good. I wonder if a better format would be .event.json. Probably, but too late now. Maybe we'll do it another time. Okay, so room added. Yeah, it got rid of all of them, and it's item potent. That's good. We have... I'm wondering if this will work with nothing in it. Let's try it. Run it on set dates. Conference date set. Okay, it seemed to do it right. And it's supposed to be from 00, actually. That's actually wrong. Rename. Sequence to start from 0. Do that. That seems to be working all right. Yeah, this has the word event in it. So that's a problem and it's the wrong. So time slots, let's fix time slots. Time slots is SV slots. Seems to be okay. Time slot added. Second session and dash event seems okay. Kind of look at it here. 0, yeah, it looks good. Okay. Start time name type. Okay, yeah, our timestamps are gone. That's good. Okay, so that's good. Topics is a big one. That's I think that's the last one. We have this other one here, registration name. So let's do that one. Scripts, SV registration suggestion. That's good. That has the correct format now. Nope, it's still event. I think this is just the that's not good. Something happened here. Registered event, conference ID. So it has all of these, but it choked on this registered event. And I think it got registered event, has no summary. So it's getting the event type as the wrong thing. Okay. That's the problem. So I can fix this temporarily. At least not have that. Because when the summary is empty, that's when it's failing. So let's fix that. Kind of knew that was something we were missing here. Didn't really pay attention to that. Okay, so let's see if it's and we need to really have this we really need to have the names in there. So registration one is Alice Johnson. Registration 2 is Bob Smith. And we're not going to bother with just summary info, so we really don't want to add the IDs in there. I mean, for some things, a conference ID, which we'll see in the URL, maybe you do. I don't know. Tell me if this is a good idea or a bad idea to not have them. Maybe we should put them in just so that we'll extra clicks on these files if we ever need to know the registration. My only worry is that the production stuff is going to have a long GUID, and I don't want that damn thing to be there. So probably if we do have an ID in one of these things with other data, we want the other data, like user input, to be ahead of anything like a gross large ID. So that's probably what we'll do. So we have Bob Smith and Carol Davis. as the other one. Okay. And we do, well, you know, that's something we can leave in the implementation. Yeah, let's just be complete. So Alice Johnson will be Reg. Oh, this is interesting. So this is a good test because we have Reg -001. So we'll double check that we're skipping the names correctly. I'm going to comment out where we actually move the file so we can just see this output. Then if it's correct, we'll let it run. So before we do that, let's test this out. And just see what we do here. So the summary is this. There's a problem with this being cut off. Is odd. I'm guessing there's no field 3 if there's a blank. Field 3 and on. Okay, so let's comment these out for now. Moving the file and there. We have a temp file, so we should probably just remove the temp file. Got to do that. Oh no, we're moving it. So I guess we can do remove temp file now for now. See what it did with this time around. So it is processing all these. This is correct. This is correct. Seems to have written it correctly, even with that comma in here. The contents are correct. Event type is registered, which is good. No underscore, yeah, event for it. I think that's good. I think we can let it run now. I'm still not too happy with what happens with the no summary events. I kind of want to do this one more time where, since we're on this, yeah, ID generated event. That's interesting that it did it correctly. ID generated event. It has summary as a blank. Oh, but why is it not putting that? It should have a dash in here with the summary being blank. Why is it not doing that? Temp file. Oh, okay. So we're not making a new file name. That's the problem. No, it does. Okay, so it has this event type. It has the summary. So file name is that. Oh, it's doing, okay, so it's doing this. The file name is that. It's giving us the, should be new. It has file and file name. Okay, So processing file name gets generated. That's what it should be doing. Let's run this again. I'm kind of puzzled as at the top one here. Oh, this is the problem. Yes, it's putting in the event type is still a problem. Okay, so did we still have that file name here? So just let's correct that to have nothing in it. That's a valid form of that. So is it still making that mistake? So it's grabbing that name. It has the proper name. It's generating the new name properly. That's correct. This thing's still working. It has the, okay, so it's processing that with the word event. Now it's getting rid of the word event. So this will work even with a blank. It has the conference ID. All the stuff inside is fine. But because we have no summary, okay, that's what I wanted to make sure that the summary event is correct. Event and summary is correct. Yep. That seems all good. So let's correct these. Let's rename these to have reg 002. Correct these. Reg 003. And that should be good. So now we should have the proper. Yeah, this should strip just this event thing now. So if we get rid of this, get that, then we get rid of that. And try it again. Check that we have the right. Yeah, registered. Doesn't have the word event anymore. Perfect. The internals look good. Yeah, so we can continue on with the next one. Room added. I think we have rooms done, right? Yeah, that definitely we did. That one looks good too. Yeah. So once we're done rooms, we have this conference set dates. So we really just need to rename this to actually have what it has inside, which is start date. And then we just take that. Rename This is interesting because it has a lot of dashes in it. So let's just see. And it has underscores and the date. And then we can put 24. Dash 60706. Oh, it has all that. So set dates already was processed. Except we didn't do the problem here. We have a little extra colon on here. Just fine. End date, start date, end date. Okay, so that kind of tells us what it is. That's fine. Going back to this set dates, time slot added, first session, second session, seems good. Yeah, because this is when, okay, so these are the last things that we did, I think, where actually, no, we changed them here. Okay, so let's see how these last things that we did, the last few things that we accomplished, we have still a problem. We have a registered event with that, and we have an underscore. So if we just add the reg 1, we have to correct these. These are really bad. Yeah, and submitted. So we have like facilitation. We have a workshop, event sourcing best practices. So we could put all that as summary data. No. Yeah, so we can just rewrite this to what it's supposed to be. So rename. Oh, we'll clean up the contents with our JQ. But right now, we'll see if it cleans up the name and the contents by putting, you know, here we should have, well, we don't even need the field names. It's pretty obvious what they are. So when it's ambiguous, it's harder. So Alice Johnson, reg 001, who's registered. But here, the contents of the summary should be better. So we have Alice Johnson and see, I don't know why the registration ID isn't. We don't need the Alice Johnson here. This is a submission event. Very interesting. Do we actually want to do that? No, we don't. That would just be really bad. If they rename themselves, that's really bad. So here what we have is registration ID being last, correct. We have the type. We have to change that, obviously. But that's actually going to get changed. Okay, so this update script is going to strip off all those events, even from the data inside, because it's forcing the name from the file name, and then it strips the underscore event. It should be good. So let's just see. So this actually should be a session submitted. Any IDs we're going to put at the end, like I said, because they're usually going to be UUIDs or GUIDs, so we don't want them to be in your way when you're looking at file names. So we're going to have, I'm going to do a workshop. This is human friendly, right? So we have a workshop, and it's going to be event storming basics. Okay. And then, of course, reg 001. because that's who is doing that. Timestamp's going to get removed. That's going to get fixed. So we have three things that are kind of important, so we kind of know what that is. And here we basically rename this again to be Bob Smith. And it's going to be reg 002. And that's it. And then we're going to have the submission of these topics here. So we're going to edit, rename this event. Again, we're going to see if the word event is going to get stripped by our script. So here we really don't want Bob 1, Alice 2. We want to actually have the names in here. Sorry, the names of the sessions in here. So we want a discussion. And it is going to be domain-driven design patterns. And it is done by reg 2. So whoever is registrant 2 is doing this. And here we have the next one, because we have this event is again facilitation of the presentation. And it is called CQRS implementation strategies. Oops. And that's going to be, who did that? That's reg 01. Okay. And then we have this other one, which is just the registration, which is going to be Carol Williams this time. That is going to be reg 003. And here we're going to have more things being submitted. It is not by Carol. It is going to be submitted by, well, the workshop. Going to be event sourcing best practices. And that is done by reg 003. And that's it for that. And this one is going to be a discussion. Services. Communication patterns. And that was done by reg 002. Oops. All right, and here we have the next one, the last one actually. I want to just quickly test this as well. So instead of Carol 2, we have workshop. Here we have testing event driven systems. That was done by reg 003. Okay. So that looks like these ones are kind of good and done. Close a whole bunch of them. And I really want to make sure that this is not really getting current directory. Line comment. Yeah, let's not do this. Let's do that for now and see what it would do. Because that is, what is it? Topics, SV topics. So, see what that ended up with. Is it getting us the names that we want? So our old name has the underscore here, which is wrong. That is not replaced with that. It gets rid of the word event. So that's good. Here we have the same thing, the word event in here, the underscore before the last event, so that's gone. And we have no event at the end here. So this seems to be working all right. I don't see any issues so far. These ones that are a little bit bigger are also working correctly. And yeah, so I think we're okay to actually run this by replacing these files. So that. Flip that over to this. And run it again. See if, yeah, it seems that all of these are now rewritten. And I think the contents is correct as well. Yep. But we got rid of the timestamp. We have the type of the event without the word event in it. Looks good. Okay. So that's a whole lot of refactoring. That's not really refactoring. Hate that word that it made it into our industry. Horrible. Let's just see the status here of what we have changed so far. So we have a lot of these fake events being done properly. Untracked files conference named. Okay, why do we not have that named properly? Top, close registration. Unique, conference generated, conference named. Okay, that's something we did by ourselves. Oh yeah, we still have an issue here. So register is still causing us problems. We don't have the proper names. I'm wondering if this will actually totally choke. But I need to change the name anyway. So, but these events need to get transformed internally. So we should actually take a look at how many of these we have because we still have a timestamp inside the top level. So we have to go through them all. Conference named, and we want this to have the name. Yeah. Event modeling, open spaces, and oh, we have that. We have this old one. That one. That one's got the better internals. So, yeah. Rename this. That. And just rename this one. We have two of them, so this is a problem. think it's when we were running our script before it was finished caused this issue. Yeah, so we'll rename this to be open spaces. Okay, and then that means we can just delete the second one. And so this one has the proper syntax. This one doesn't. ID generated definitely needs this information in the name. And here it will have the name. Yep, exactly. And might as well have that. This will be a good one to run on. Yeah, we need to do this again. So this one should pass through just fine. This one should as well, but it will have the type move to meta. This one has the meta move one. Definitely needs all this stuff to be moved, and this one has the problem of the naming again. So here, while I'm here, I may as well do that. So I think we just have so that's interesting. We have the conference ID here, but in the other registrations, I don't think we have see what's going on here. Okay. So our registrations here don't have the conference ID, because I don't think we need the conference ID. We know which conference is open for registration, and so anyone going through that is going to be registering for the currently open conference. Now, we will be changing this later. I just don't want unnecessary information in here right now. So we actually don't need the conference ID. And in here, what we need is the name of the person, and then their registration ID. If it was ambiguous as to what this was, I would include the field names as part of the name here, but we know that, hey, this is the ID that this person is registering as. And so yeah, now we'll get rid of the timestamp, so we can basically run our script on the SB register. And we should have everything cleaned out. Yep. We have the ID and all that where it needs to be. We don't have the timestamps anywhere. We just have that. And yeah, I mean, if you're worried about, like, I don't have a timestamp here, you should be using sequence numbers and event sourcing. If the date time is important for business logic, then it should definitely be a field that is something that's in there. So yeah, hello, Aaron. See you. Anyway, let's just see if that's good enough. That should be good enough. This one is strange because it doesn't have anything. It's a marker. So it doesn't have any data, which is kind of cool. So all those are correct. These ones are correct. Yeah, all of these are looking good. I'm sure there's something we missed, so we'll do some thorough kind of running of this application to see that we have everything we want. All the slices are working. So we have the types in the meta. We have got rid of all the timestamps. Types are in there. So I think we have a good handle on this right now. I think we'll just correct things as we go if we have something that's an issue. And so, yeah, we have a lot of these fake events that have been transformed. So if we just add that directory, we can kind of save that. Git add, and then we do fake events. So yeah, a lot of them are renamed so badly that it's just a new file and a deletion instead of a move because their contents have changed enough. In case you're wondering, there is a way to actually make Git more tolerant of the differences when it does a patch view like this, so that this won't be deleted new file combination. It will be something that matches more loosely on the content of the files. But anyway, that's outside the scope of this. So yeah, let's just commit those. Git commit, just say whip fixed fake events. And we can also do git diff, and then we want to take a look at our scripts because we had yeah, for this thing, yeah, we added the event type. So that's what we wanted to do. Now we wanted to do event watch, right? We do that, and it has an issue with the substrings. That's what we're going at after, is that we had event scenarios, and let's just take one of the things that we did, such as register. So that'll give us the register event stream here with now our properly named things. So we shouldn't have our watch failing. We still do. Okay, so invalid value -4. So we have an issue with our watcher. So let's go back to our scripts, make sure that our watcher is doing the proper manipulation of these. I'm pretty sure it's because the type is not where it expects, and that we don't actually have a timestamp, which we are ignoring anyway. So let's dive into that script that we have, and that would be this events thing here. And so for watch, we're looking at the file, getting the file number, and then the event type, we're getting the base name substring length dash. Or I think this is, let's just get the output of this for now. I think it might be the fact that we have some spaces in some of these things, but I don't think so. Because what do we get as the output here? We actually get event type if test cat. Okay, so then we do actually have this coming through, but something is failing because it keeps running this. And we're actually getting that error before we output this file. So is getting to this. It's not spitting out additional file contents. It's just giving me an error at one of these things. Invalid length value -4. So I think it's this, oh, here. Why is that a -4? Okay, so the event type is a problem. The file number is that from the base name file name. And here we want, yeah, I think we need to look at the docs for string. Because we want the event type to be extracted from our names, and it'll actually be, it's easier to use cut. So we don't want that. Event type is really a base file name, and then we want to go to cut field 2. So here. All right. So that's an easy one to figure out. I think if I was to do fish shell correctly, there's a nicer way to do substring in here. I mean, I might as well ask. Let's learn something. Fish shell's so awesome. I should be using more of its syntax. Fish shell substring command to get field mean field delimited by, I don't know if that'll, yeah, it's doing that. I mean, that's kind of nicer. Splits it by this, and it gets the second one. Yeah, that's nice. I kind of like that better. It's more legible. I mean, I know what cut does, and I guess more people in, but since we're using fish here, I want to use the split. String split. What was that again? split and dash. We're kind of happy with these names, but now base name. All right, so string. And I don't really need the tail, do I? I need the second array that gives me an array. So do the second one. That should be our type. All right. Let's see if we finally have this working. Nope. Invalid substring. So file, okay, so file num, we can just do the same thing. So I'd rather have set file parts, so string split and base name file name, and then that should be good. Where's that -4? That was pretty bad. String sub. Where's the -4 coming from? Do we need to resource? I have to source them again, don't I? Duh. Okay, that's better. Okay, so these are quite nice now. So we have conference named, the name, but now we have the meta, which we don't want. So we also want to get rid of the meta. And we just want the time, so we don't need we actually don't need anything except the meta being deleted. So del .meta. And that's it. Okay, so let's just source that again and see how it works. Okay, perfect. So now we're not, we could probably have a an all, add a here we have a arg2. So we have an arg2 options. So get options for arg2. And that'll be what do we do in the other one? Okay, so that needs, so it's an optional parameter here. And I guess we're going to have a bunch, so we can have all or not all. So if we have all, we'll do that, and if not, so we need a case statement. Do we have a case? Switch, yeah, switch. Switch on argv2. We want a all event data. And that's it. And then set all event data false. If test all event data blah. Good. I think that should do it. Let's give it a go. Oh, something's the matter? No, that's just current stuff here. So if we do watch, it does this by default. Okay. And then if we do all, it gives us the meta, which gives us the type that's embedded. Good. And a timestamp if we ever shove it in there. All right, that's nice. But however, one thing that is missing is if I type in events, right, and then tab complete to watch, and then I don't have the options showing up here. So that's the lack of tab complete. So if we go to scripts, tab complete, we have notice that we have a sub command for scenarios. So we need to do complete options for watch those. Okay. AA show all event data. Oh my god, that's amazing. Isn't that amazing? This thing's just, how did it know? The fish shell is so not ubiquitous and it knows how to do this. Let's take a look at that now. So if I do events, tab complete to watch, it can give me that. But I don't want fish scene subcommand -a. So I don't want to tab complete to, let's see if it can. I don't a tab. So yeah, and not fish contain up. Okay, yeah, I remember this. So accept the file, and yeah, it's kind of neat how you can, you know, if you've seen the word watch so far in the subcommands, but you haven't seen the option A, then you can do it. So hopefully this won't work anymore. Like it'll work properly now. If I go to events, go to watch, tab complete. Oh, it's still doing it. And did I not source it? Fish scene watch, and not fish contain opt. Interesting. Yeah, no, it's still doing it. It's a SA-A. Do I need -A instead of A? Is still A. Okay, let's remove the dash S. I didn't even see the S in there. Okay, let's see. Events. Watch. No, still doing it. Okay. Allow both all and dash A, but make sure only the completed one. Okay, let's see if this does accept. We'll see. Source this events, watch. Oh, look at that. A. Oh, interesting. Add to chat. Fix that. Nope, that's not the right one. Yeah, I think doing this without ChatGPT is better, or whatever, the AI, because fish watch and not fish contains update and not string match all. Yeah, it's kind of weird how you can do either the long form or the short form, so there's probably a better way to do this, but let's see what it got. Okay, so that works. I mean, if I manually do, it's not gonna take everything because it is obviously not listening to that. But now it should. If I do that, oh, I don't know if that's proper fish syntax. But is it gonna fall through? I don't think it has fall through. And then I needed a break, right? Do we have? No. I don't think this is gonna work. No. I need this like this. I don't know if there's a better way. Come on, where's my tab complete here? Really? That works. Why is all... Really? Oh, yeah, of course. I'm an idiot. I have to source these things always. So let's test it again if that initial one works. Weird. It doesn't. Not like that anyway. But if we flip them, it should work for all but not the other way. So that doesn't work. Oh, because I did one. Okay. Try that again. That does all, but then that won't. Oh no, we both, what? Why do both work now? Confusing. So this works. Shows me the meta. And this works. Shows me the meta. Okay. And I show nothing. It shows me exactly what I want. Okay. And tabbing now stops at this. It's still grabbing me more. Fish contains opt. Fish contains opt. Where's my contains? Events, abbreviations, tab complete. Where is it getting the L? Unknown option dash L. Fish contains opt. Contains opt A. I think there's a better way to do all this. If we actually look at the documentation for tab completions and actually look at the tab completions for Git that's in Fish Shell, they're quite nice, and I think they eliminate all of this. I'll use subcommand. Yeah, these ones are really nice because I think the subcommands, like if I do the cat or the scenarios, yeah, the scenarios, all of this, that, and we actually want more and more scenarios in here. But for example, if I do a events scenarios and I choose that, I can choose multiple ones, and that's the next thing I want to do is add into this logic a way to copy the scenarios that I want, but rename them to have the proper sequence number in there as I'm copying them. So that should be fun to do. Pretty easy to do actually compared to what we were dealing with last. But that's a project for another time. At least now we have this where it shows us a nice version of this. And of course we have to get rid of the debug garbage here. I'm happy that that works. That's nice. Yeah, get rid of it. Okay. So we kind of have a proper way of dealing with this. So get add, and then we want scripts, status. So we modified make fake events, update fake events. I don't know if I want the update fake events now. We'll be making them like this. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have it just to show, but I kind of want to get restore staged, and I want to get rid of these make fake events. And State fake events. I just want to commit these modified scripts here. So events and tab complete. Okay, so git commit lip fixed showing and not showing data. Okay, let's push that up and let's see, just add the last things. So status, what we have here is just these. We have modified app.js still. Just want to add the scripts. Git add scripts, and we want to commit that as and these are just whip used to fix up events. So fake events and generate new ones. That's what we do. Let's see. Let me just pause for a second. Just gonna get some more water. Okay, so we're back. So we have these. Again, this is just a whip branch because I'm cleaning up. Once I get everything running, again, we should be back on the main branch and start a new start tag. But enough of this. I think we now need to go back to our application. I'm happy that this works. We can look at stuff. Our tab completions work. These fake events look like they have the new structure in place. This update thing we don't need. The other thing I want to do is get rid of these tests because we have these, you know, as we go through this, I want to clean things up as soon as I see a problem that I don't want. So, you know, over here we have underscore event, which we really don't want because that's our new types. So, you know, we have the event type here, underscore event. So this is where we write that to be like that. We have the type and then data that we put in here. And here the data is the meta.summary. I'm letting this fail. If this fails because we don't have a meta, then that's okay. I think, I'm not sure if it'll fail, but yeah. Let's just see if we can just do an edit here. Tolerate missing meta. Yeah. I think that's better. This doesn't look right. Meta. If this is false, I don't like it. Be more explicit by nesting ternary. That's better. That's a little bit more, even though people hate ternary operators, I know that, hey, if I have it, then I have another ternary. But if I don't, this ternary responds with the blank. That's better. Okay. So that is something that we had worked on in here. There is another thing that I'm going to do, which is taking care of some scalability things here. When we do this push event, we're going to make sure that we can only get the sequence number that we're expecting. So in other words, when a whole bunch of these processes are running in parallel, we, regardless of the same node app running from another, listening on another port, we want the convention of how the file names are, how the files are stored, that we will not have a situation of something overriding something else. So in other words, we'll reserve a spot by a file name that is just the next number that we expect. If someone beats us to it, we will error out because we're going to be trying to write this file that already exists. And that's how we're going to get our equivalent of a two-phase commit just on the file level real quick. So yeah, that's something that we're going to do in another session. I really want this application finished, and at that point we'll get to that once we have a working application to kind of test out other things like contention and other things. We'll be able to use this. But again, this is pretty much all that you need for event sourcing, is getting and retrieving events, and that's all we want in here. We did put the metadata in here, so like the summary. I think it's just data. We'll just put summary because that's what we call it in everything else. Um, that still works here because that is. What is it thinking about? That's just wrong. Anyway, this is if we're doing things on a timer to be eventually consistent and use async, or just do it as a sync. That's where we do that. So okay, notify processors. That doesn't change. This doesn't change either. There is a potential change here. Actually, because the command handler always grabs whatever's in the command, so I kind of want to replace this command handler call with an anonymous function. It's kind of JS syntax stuff that I want to get on top of. But for now, I think I'll leave it. We'll do this as another exercise. Kind of don't like having two commands. I want to have this coming out of a single call that's passed here instead of two, instead of gluing these things together here. If that makes sense. I'm just passing this on without really any. I might regret that because I might later on want to get some data from the command, and if this is just an execution of a what's it called? Well, I don't know. Let's try it. Let's try it. So change state via, and so what I want to do is call this a different way. So I kind of want to change state via HTTP, and I want to have set conference name, and I want to add that's interesting because here I would have to do get events, and then I would have to have that. Don't change it right away. So I'm repeating this get events, which is not good. This is what I want. And the reason I need to pass this in, and I need to have this as an anonymous function, so I need to trying to do too much here. So let's try to do this manually. So if I pass this, I don't like having this. Because I'm going to have to repeat that everywhere. We could have, okay, so if I don't include the events, Yeah, let's be bold and just destroy this. Actually, I want to see. I want to save what it used to be, just in case. Leave it as a command. As a. I'm glad I changed the comments to be green instead of the. I think as we have AI adding more and more gray text, all themes are going to change comments to green, which is what I'm used to. So yeah, in here, we have the command handler command like that. Yeah. So, and so here we have call command handler all. Okay. And so now we have tab command handler call. Well, wait a second. This is anonymous. We're doing just set conference name, command handler call. We're doing that with nothing. Because the command handler call is really set this to that. So set conference name. If I don't have a history passed, I must pass it. Okay, so hold on a sec. I really don't want to change this signature to be calling out to anything like get events. I need set conference name. Always have events passed. Oh, that's so bad. I think I need to do that. So, okay, so we used to have this. Yeah. We used to have this, which is totally fine. There's one more thing I want to do here, and as we're getting the events here and we're calling this as needed, taking care of all that. Which I think is fine. So why am I having a problem with passing the separate things? I guess I shouldn't really worry about it, should I? Okay, well, let's keep going. If I find some, okay, here's another event. Get rid of that. This is something we used a long time ago, so this is kind of a bad way of doing things, but it works. I mean, it is returning an event with the meta, a summary, which is kind of what we want. And yeah, I gotta go in 15 minutes here. So let's see if how much I can finish of all of this stuff. At least if we can get like setting the conference name. Like I don't even know if this will run right now. It seems to work. So if I go to name conference, that name. Oh God. Okay, it's gone to that. Here. So it does seem to work. Oh yeah, it's not. It's not working. Set conference name confirmation is not found. That's really bizarre. Why that is not finding it. 404 not found. Set conference name confirmation. That's odd. So we have all this to deal with. But set name confirmation, set conference name confirmation. Okay, so we do this conference. Okay. And then set name information is this. Yeah. Now, did it actually add this events in here? I don't think it did, but let's just close that thing. No, it failed. Interesting. But it's kind of going to the wrong place. Conference name. Well, there's two undefined. That's odd. Okay, let's clear this out just because we're screwing around with the events. Remove -rf event stream. And let's run it again. Scripts, views, okay, and we go back to that conference name. Click. Continue. Okay. Nice. Conference name confirmation. That's good. That's what we expected. We're renaming things. That conference name. And so this we need to rename to be set conference name confirmation, and we rerun it. If we do have an event stream, so we do actually have this but it's okay. So it's doing undefined. This is not good. So our event type is not coming through. Which is okay. We can catch that. I think we're not using the meta in here. So event, meta, and then type, of course, yes. So then we do let event type equals event meta. Actually, we want this to fail, so there's none of this wishy-washy garbage. Event meta. No, in fact, so we don't really need. So what's more important? It's the type. So we need to let event type come out of meta. And if this fails, this fails. And here we don't need to do the ternary for this. We can just get this, which makes more sense. Because now we have the event type in here. So filter count, sequence, event count, event store, event sequence, event type is wrong. So here we have event type, which we get from the meta. which makes sense. So, okay, so that's good. So we can rerun that now. And if we go to our set conference name, should be able to send. Yeah, see, that needs to go. Delete this guy. And then we can do event conference continue. And now we have conference named, and conference name is event mulligan conference dash event JSON. And we have everything that we expect in here. Yep. Perfect. Okay. And actually, interestingly, I don't want this. We know what this is. We just need the name. So that's another one of those things where we have excess information. So let's go down here where we actually do this. Host, conference name, and this change. Conference name set. And then the summary, we don't need that. We just need the name. So we don't need all this, because the summary is just the name. We know that the event is conference named and the summary is the name. I guess summary is a bad name for it. I'm going to leave it as summary. Data seems too generic. Summary means it needs to be too detailed. I'll leave it as summary for now. It's a name that's unique in this space. Conference name set. So that's good. So that works now. And I think yeah. Name set successful candidate. You haven't set yet now. The event name. Okay, so we have an event name problem. So the state view is not working because this is all our tests. Obviously, the tests won't work. We're going to be changing this anyway. First of all, we're getting rid of the timestamps. This is really not necessary. Now we are relying on the order of the files and which are the written. If we really want the time, we can always get the event creation timestamp from the file system. So that's okay. But here, again, event. This is a little more of a pain in the butt now because we need meta around this. And type we want here. And so that's kind of what we need to do here. And yeah, so I do want to get rid of this this test function. So because really what we want to do is call what we want, and then we test each property if there are properties. And so, and even this, you know, these should be just generic messages that properties don't match. So I think that's something we need to take care of as well. Not just yet. I want meta, yeah, and that's fine for that. Is it event type that we're doing? I don't even remember. Fake events. No, just type. Okay, good. Okay, so that's fine. Names allowed, name set, conference name set. So meta. Thank you. God, don't give me all your extra. Actually, no, this is already kind of wordy. I hate the amount of white space that all this garbage takes up as well. I really want to have these as one-liners, and honestly, this is code we're not going to be looking at. It's going to be graphically looked at because it's such these are such building blocks now. We shouldn't be really sifting through code to make these tests work. So let's continue here. Oh, I've been streaming for a while now, and I gotta get going very shortly here. Got another meeting coming up. Yeah. So okay, I guess this is kind of at sure, and it gets rid of that. So this is where AI really shines. I really don't like doing this manual editing, and in this case, it's doing it for me. The problem with the other, with the fake event stuff, if I actually made a script to create the fake events, I'd be able to tab complete through all that. So it's almost as if with AI, you need to work within scripts that make what you want to change, and then it'll do what you want. Because this would be awesome. If I had a script that said create these fake events, yeah, we'd be done a long time ago. Just lesson for next time. Okay, so these should work. I'm kind of scared to run the tests because there's so much that's broken here now. Failed only 2. Yeah, that's pretty good. Which ones are failing? First name should be a conference name event set. Oh yeah, so the underscore event we didn't catch in that. So conference named. Oh, conference named. Okay, well that's good. Actually, I like that. Conference named. And that's an easy one. Yeah, changing them for me. Okay, cool. Still failing. Where's the top one here? Should be set. First name should be set when requested. Should be conference name set event happy path. Okay, why is that still? Should be saving on that. Conference named, open space. And yes. Okay, so it's named. Meta conference named. Name should be a conference named event. Oh, duh. Go. And event meta type. Yep. Okay, so that should fix that. And then we have one more Here, should reject unchanged name due to should throw and hasn't changed. Okay, so we're not changing the names for some reason. That's probably, oh, it should throw. We have a problem with throwing stuff now. Probably caught error. So we may have, so we have this. Last thing is expect event modeling open spaces. Name should be multiple times. Yep. This is the previous one, which is event modeling space, event modeling open spaces. That's the resulting event. And then we have conference named EM open spaces. And change the name of exception. Yep. EM run with expected error. That conference name event name. So it's not throwing. Okay, that's something that we changed with the set conference name. Set conference name. So current name. Conference name. So we're not reading all of our filter, blah, 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 current name. Okay. So that should fix that. Nope. Still a problem. Why is that? Should reject, should throw when name hasn't changed. Okay. Oh, yes, of course, we have this meta type, right? Yeah, that's good. It's, yeah, interesting that doesn't fail. Although this, oh, because of set. Thinking that if it wasn't in there, it would cause an error that would be another type of error. So I think that's what our testing doesn't do. I don't think it not error. It should have done this because I thought it would be like a property doesn't exist or something. Anyway, I think we found the problem for now. Yeah, it's everything's passing. So I think now we can start to gouge out the eyes of our tests here, because yeah. So I think we'll leave the refactoring for, since the tests are passing and we can actually get the application to run. We'll stop it here, and I'll come back and finish the refactoring so that we are getting rid of these tests because they're pretty dumb. They can be automatically generated, these assertions that we have here. So I'm going to git add. Oh well, actually, what do we have changed? We only have this view changed. Yeah, because we renamed that, and we have the app there. So let's just git add everything. It's BAA. Yep. And here we can say that we have first conventions used for initial tests. Push that up. So that's the whip branch. If you look there, I'm not merging these to main. I guess I could. Git checkout, and then I'll just merge this to main. Should be fine. Git merge, no edit. Actually, checkout. main, get merge, no edit, and we want oh no, whip, so you see what's there. Get push. Okay, and then get checkout. Last thing we were on, which is that, and yeah, that's it for today. If you have questions, make sure you drop in on the Discord channel and ask me there. Read it later and answer it on the stream or in the podcast or elsewhere. So anyway, see you next time. Hopefully I'll come back this evening to finish this up. Bye for now.